And welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Knowledge. On today's episode, we're going to go back to school. We're going to go back to class, and the title of that class is going to be the type of video you should not be making for your Pokemon channel. Because you know what? That's what I'm going to do today. It's going to be one of those hold my beer type episodes. I'm going to take some real hot takes on battle styles, which at the time of recording this video, battle styles has not officially been released with an official release date of March 19th. And, we've already seen a little bit of this product open. We've already seen the build and battle boxes. But, the leaps I'm going to take in this video are going to be pretty extreme. But mainly, I just want to really have a conversation with you guys. A few videos back, I put out the video, Will Shining Fate's Prices Crash? And pretty much what I talked about in that video was, the super high pull rates were going to cause the prices of individual cards to drop. Because I thought the pull rates were too high for that set. Battle styles, a few videos back, I talked, from the very, very early data we had, it looked like Battle Styles was going to have very poor pull rates. And what we're seeing so far with this product being open is, again, we're still seeing those very bad pull rates. Now, I have watched as many videos as I could to try to study, the Battle Styles pull rates. I'm a sponge. Anytime a new set comes out, I'm instantly going to want to watch a lot of it open and just make a lot of my own decisions. We've had this conversation in the past, maybe not really super in-depth on this channel, but we've, touched base on it a little bit. That hypothetical conversation people have had. What would happen if a set did have really poor pull rates? What would be the cause and effect to the price of that set? In that hypothetical situation, you try to build what you would consider like a perfect scenario. And in that perfect scenario, you have to have cards that will be very high demand type cards. We got some of the really awesome alternative arts in battle styles. There are a couple real nice full art trainers. But what we're seeing so far is the pull rates being very low. So if you have a new set, and yes, we've already had this conversation in the past, or this argument, whatever you want to call it. I'm a big believer that yes, the price of stale product does hold, its own price point. But at the very, very end of the day, when you break down the price of that sealed product, it will always come down to the price of the individual cards in that set. Now, if you have very poor pull rates in a set, the individual cards will have nowheres to go but up. But at the same time, it's a very weird, fickle thing, right? Because if you have poor pull rates, you're going to have people not want to pick up that set. So if people don't want that set, or there's not a strong demand for that set, there's less incentive for Pokemon to start printing way more of that set. And in order for that to happen, that set would need to be released in a certain time period where it's surrounded by a lot of sets that are in much higher demand. So it would take a perfect storm of events to happen. But that's sort of what we're already seeing with battle styles. Think about the sets that already surround battle styles. You have a huge demand for Vivid Voltage. Vivid Voltage being the last set before Battle Styles. You have Shining Fates, one of the most in-demand sets for, that we've seen in forever. They're still pumping out Hidden Fates. Hidden Fates is even more demand than Shining Fates. And then we don't know what, Chillin' Reigns is really going to look like. The information that's out there is very spotty still. But Battle Styles is going to be surrounded by sets that have a higher demand. And like I said, if the pull rates continue to be poor, people will not want to keep buying it, and they will not want to keep opening it, especially if they do have the ability to get any of these other sets. If you're going to go after a big set, you just go after Vivid Voltage if all you want to do is pull good cards. You're just not going to want to go after Battle Styles because a lot of people will get sour taste in their mouth. And if that happens, like I said, Pokemon will not feel the need to print this set into absolute oblivion. But with that said, we already know that there's multiple waves of this product coming out. There's nothing to say that the newer waves might not have better pull rates. So that brings us really to the topic of this video. And the topic of this video is, for right now, I recommend to you guys to not open any of your Battle Styles product. I recommend for you to continue to acquire it, but hold on to it. And when I say don't open your product, really what I'm talking about is, real sealed products. So booster boxes, ETBs, 2-pack, 3-pack, single-pack, check lane blisters, stuff like that. Don't open those products. If you want to pick up a few individual blister packs and rip through some packs, yeah, go ahead. Go that route. But as for, like the real sealed product or the high demand sealed product, just for the very, very short time being, keep it sealed. Let everyone else open their product first. Let everyone else just be the guinea pig. Because you know what? If I am right, and again, I haven't seen like a ridiculous amount of this product open. But what I do is I constantly have in different YouTube videos out in the background when I'm driving in my car. And I've gotten to the point where I don't even need to watch booster boxes be open. I could just listen to the cards being pulled, and I know, like pull rates, and it's scary, but it's also kind of embarrassing. But anyways, that's where I'm at when it comes to opening product, that I just could hear it, and I know. Listen, from what I've seen so far, the pull rates are so poor. It could potentially lead up to a future perfect storm where this product, you could see like one of two things happen in the very near term. You can see that very strong pullback from this set where nobody wants to touch it, nobody wants to open it. Or you could potentially see the opposite, where the cards that do get pulled, that are the chase cards, are so rare that they're going to fetch such high dollar amounts, people will be more incentivized to open this product. But then with that, opening product that doesn't have good pull rates just to get expensive cards, that's a really slippery slope for a lot of people. And you'll find people end up chasing cards to bankruptcy, or maybe not to, you know what I mean? Maybe not to bankruptcy, but chasing cards to a unrealistic amount. And if Battle Styles ends up being like this set, it's going to be that hypothetical situation that we've all talked about in the past before. That what if scenario. And, you can say, well, I don't think there's a lot of good cards in this set. I'm going to disagree with you. I think a lot of people do like Battle Styles a lot. You can go back and look at sets that don't have like great cards. We don't even have to really go too far back. We can just go back to Sword and Shield and Rebel Clash. Both those sets had, at the end of the day, very mediocre chase cards. Nothing like out of this world big hitter chase cards. And we've already seen the prices of those sets increase, but we haven't seen like a crazy increase. But something very, very important to take note of when you compare to Sword and Shield and Rebel Clash is that Rebel Clash and Sword and Shield still had good pull rates. That's the difference maker between Battle Styles and Sword and Shield and Rebel Clash. Even if you want to just say all three of them are mediocre sets, because if you want to do the Battle Cry, there's no Charizard, fine. But there are good cards, like I said, in Battle Styles. So that's where it separates them. The pull rates will separate those sets. And if we continue to see this, it could cause this set to have very long-term value. Again, something very important to note. You got to be smart. You got to be careful. And that's why I said we're going to school, and the title of that class is How Not to Make a YouTube Video About Pokemon. Because the leaps and bounds I'm taking so early is ridiculous. But all I'm saying, and this is just a recommendation, you don't have to do it, but just hold off a month or two on opening up your booster boxes or your ETBs, or like I said, 3-pack, 2-pack, single lane, check lane blisters. Hold off a little bit before you open those. Let everyone else just open the product, first. And I know I already said that earlier in the video, but I really have to say it again because it is that important. And at the end of the day, you can really do what you want. If you want to go and open everything you get right away, fine, go ahead, do it. But I'm seeing the pieces already start to fall into place for battle styles, and it's very interesting to say the least. And when you have a set like this that may fall in between the cracks, a set like this that has the potential to be a very strong set for the TCG actual playing the card game size with the introduction of, single strike and rapid strike, that could be long-term effects for that side of the hobby. But then the true collectors and the true investors do look for the sets that have a higher rarity to them, because the cards in the set maybe won't be as readily available as the rest of the modern stuff we're going to see. Again, it's really hard to talk about rarity and scarcity, especially when you're talking about that for modern. This is almost the type of video where it's, all right, put me in a straitjacket, lock me in a dark room, and throw away the key. Because it is very crazy what I'm saying, and I understand that. But I don't think I'm really asking for too much by just saying hold off for a month or two and let's just wait to see how much of this product gets open and see what the real pull rates actually end up being. Because if they end up just being like any other set, then go right ahead. Do whatever you want. But again, and I know this video could be the worst video I've ever made. It could potentially age poorer than anything I have made and will make in the future. Because we're talking about a set and talking about rarity and scarcity potentially of a modern set, a set that hasn't been released, and a set that we know multiple waves are coming. There's so many what ifs for this set. So just be careful. Make your own decisions at the end. I'm just letting you guys know my thought process, what I'm going to do with battle styles. All I'm going to do is I'm going to sit back a little bit. I got plenty of other things to do in this hobby. I got plenty of other cards I could rifle through. I got plenty of other sets I could open. I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to enjoy it for a little while. And it's okay to sit on the sidelines a little bit. I know you guys might want to just jump in with everyone and start ripping packs. And at the end of the day, that's your choice. But I'm just, again, letting you know what I'm going to do. But I want to know, have you guys seen a lot of this product open? What do you think about pull rates? What do you think about this crazy shoestring theory of mine? Do you think it has any merit to it whatsoever? Am I just an old man yelling at clouds kind of thing? But let me know down in the comments. But other than that, listen, I don't know why I have to keep saying it in every video. If you've somehow made it this far in the video and you're still not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? But if you are subscribed and you do enjoy this content, you do enjoy this channel, hit the like button. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out a lot. Boost this video up through the YouTube algorithm. It's going to make my content available to a lot of people. But other than that, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I just want to see you guys grow in the hobby. This is fun. Other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next video.